asked about Americans wrongfully detained in China. Secretary spoke to Paul Whelan on Wednesday, and 5 Americans detained by Iran have been released, now put on house arrest. Those Americans wrongfully detained by China, their families are asking when can they see their loved ones return home. Do you have any update on that? And is this something that the Secretary planned to discuss when Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi is free?
So, Nike, I would want nothing more than to be able to stand up here today and say that every American national who has been deemed wrongfully detained is on their way back home to the United States. As it relates to the Americans who we have wrongfully detained in the PRC, I don't have any updates. Our work to bring them home continues. But yes, you can absolutely expect that in every opportunity, this administration, this government will press for their release and for their swift return home. That is something we have done, and that's something we will continue to do.
And South China Sea, do you have anything on a report by the Associated Press that China appears to be constructing an airstrip on a disputed South China Sea island that is also claimed by Vietnam and Taiwan, the Triton Island, according to satellite photos? Does that conflict with the pursuit of a free and open Indo-Pacific? Thank you very much.
So, freedom of the seas and adherence to international law in the South China Sea are vital interests for the entire international community. Our view is that the PRC's reclamation and militarization of disputed outposts in the South China Sea, its willingness to use coercion and intimidation along with other provocative actions undertaken to enforce its expansion and unlawful in the South China Sea, these kinds of activities undermine the peace and security of the region. Beijing has offered no coherent legal basis for its expansive maritime claims in the South China Sea, and in the name of enforcing its expansive and unlawful maritime claims in the South China Sea, the PRC is interfering with the navigational rights and freedoms that accrue to all states.